Hi class, I hope you guys had a great break. We're just going to jump right in. Um, Today we're going to be talking about helping children cope with separation during deployment. First question, how many of you guys have experienced deployment with either yourself, your family, your husband, your wife, anybody? Okay, all right. How does deployment kind of make you feel? Sad, angry, upset? Does anyone have kids? Who really have been through certain things when it comes to deployment that you have tried to express and help them with? Yeah, it can be really tough. Okay, well, we're going to be talking about helping children cope with separation during deployment. A couple objectives are we're going to try to identify several ways that deployment affects families, parenting, and the feelings of children and their behavior, and also discuss strategies to use to help the children to cope during the separation caused by deployment. The family as a whole worry about the upcoming deployment and how it may change the family's life. But here are the three people that usually really get affected. The service member, they're focused on the move of the duty and concerned with family safety in the life of how it's going to be moving on without them. The home front giver, which is either the mom or the dad or the grandmother, they worry about added responsibilities and less support financially and physically and emotionally. The children, they worry way more, have so much stress, they don't understand what's going on, and they tend to sometimes get anger and resentment. When children usually can't understand or don't know what's going on, they tend to turn to anger or resentment. The common feelings are denial, anger, confusion, anxiety or worry, isolation, tearfulness, which is sadness, bad temper, clingy and wants attention, and physical complaints. Common behaviors are questions they ask adults all the time about the whereabouts of the mother or the father, or the service member, and distancing themselves from the caregiver and kind of on a defense mode, acting out, demanding attention, and testing limits with adults because they're so under pressure or worried or sad. But it's difficult for all members. Emotions, behaviors from pre-deployment continue, usually increase as deployment is closer, settle with deployment, and then it intensifies. The age affects how a person recognizes and responds to the separation. It really does. Different ages can vary. It can really vary. From when you're a toddler, you really don't understand, but when you're 13, 14, 15, when you're at that age where you really need your parents, it can really be hard. And being without them can sometimes really break the child down. Ages is 0 through 4. You know, they feeding and sleeping difficulties increase, irritability and low energy. But what can you do for that though? Be emotionally available for the toddler. Help toddlers feel loved and safe and comfortable with their feelings. Show sensitivity, warmth, genuine positive effect, and playing and having fun. Kids, usually from 5 to 10, they have more of a sadness and loneliness because this is when they really want to be coddled and shown attention way more. Just they may have trouble sleeping, illness and complaints, crying, confusion, worrying, questioning, demanding where their father or their mother is, irritability and anger, testing, arguing, acting out at home or in school, moody, aggressive, or whiny. They may get stomach aches and headaches because of how they're stressing themselves. But what can you do to help them? You can help the child by identifying how he or she is feeling. Listen and support them. Keep the deployed parent present. Keep in touch through technology and communication. Provide consistency and structure. Around the preteen ages, the kids are more aware of the danger and the stress, and more competition for adults' attention, added responsibilities, worry, depression, and stress, crying, changing of eating habits and keeping to themselves, isolation, irritability, and seeking attention, and challenging the adults. But what can you do? Be aware, be involved, encourage talking, provide ways to express the feelings, acknowledge them, keep the structure, follow through on the rules and discipline. Make sure that you are attending to them and make sure they are really understanding and knowing how you feel and show them that you are trying to keep in contact with the deployed because that's what they really truly want. And children around 17, 18, they face way more demands. This is where the parent really has to be there upfront and personal. They're more aware of the dangers of adult stress. They increase depression, anxiety, feelings, and being alone. Isolation, ignore and deny the stress, not want to be a burden, resentment, arguing and angry outbursts, danger and risk of and taking behaviors, drinking, abusing substances, things like this happen. But what can you do? Remember, they're not adults. Balance being a teen and helping the family. Express appreciation for help. Encourage them to talk and help build support system structure and discipline. Even if they act like they don't want to support, provide it to them. Stay connected. As a deployee, you have to remember to stay connected, stay involved, limit information you share, and work with the home giver. That's really some key 4 pointers that you need when being a deployed parent or deployed family. Structure, open and positive, supportive. Family equals a team. Be a team, because a team home front is what needs to keep it together while that person is away, to make sure when they come back it's strong and built and it's love coming back. Rules and discipline, keep deployed parent present, and self-care. But some people may need to seek assistance. Establish support systems prior to deployment. Team up with school staff, counseling. As always, seek professional help. Difficulty in daily living, significant decline. Seek immediate professional help again, because of the fact that sometimes, even though I said it twice, sometimes you really need that, because it comes from denial and family, and sometimes families butt heads and families really can't understand one another. But when you seek professional help, they become that middle person, that median that helps the family come together as one, because things and some people may not want to live isolation, risky behavior, because they feel as if their family left them because they didn't want to live, because they're risking their life. So they feel like, what's the point? And that's some things that families deal with. What are some common feelings that people tend to feel when deployed? I want to ask each and one of you. I'm gonna pass out some sheets, and I want you guys to tell me, what are the feelings that you do feel if or when someone leaves you, or when someone was deployed. Okay. And I want to let you guys know that on the sheets, I want you all to give examples of when you felt sad when someone left you, or when someone was deployed. How did you feel? I want real examples. Let me know. Let's get deep. Okay, guys, thank you for all you guys' examples, and it really touched me. Some people say they felt really sad and depressed when people left, and they feel like they had anyone. That's very common. And Michelle, how did you deal with that? You seeked help from your family, friends. That's really good. Never hold it in. Never hold it in. Okay. Josh said that. Do you mind if I read it? Okay. He felt as if he had no one, and he just wanted to lay his body to the ground on cold earth because of the fact that he felt so alone. That's very sad, Josh. And how did you get over that? Wow. You had to seek professional help? In examples like that, this is exactly why I say seek professional help, because of the fact that what Josh went through, he needed it, and it got him through, because sometimes family or friends may not be that person who can give you examples in that outlook on everything. You may need people who are trained to do these things with military deployment, who know how it feels and who have done this for many years. Great job, guys. Thank you guys so much for giving me the examples. Thank you guys for understanding. And before you go, your exit ticket, I would like you guys to, as your exit ticket before you leave, I want you guys to write on a sheet of paper this question. Well, the answer to this question. Would you rather your families fight for their country or stay home with you? Which one do you think is most important? Either be selfless or a little selfish. And I'm not saying anything's wrong with being a little selfish, because I mean, sometimes there's nothing wrong with that. All right, guys, thank you so much. I'll see you again next time. Bye.